Okay, guys, today we're going to talk about weight loss, everybody's favorite topic. And I'm not sure if I'm serious or joking on that, by the way. But we're going to talk about the biggest myth, the one that most people are doing, and I don't think they should be. And that is this idea of calorie restriction. By the way, I'm sorry if I spell things wrong or if my handwriting is terrible. I get that. I know. It's harder than it looks to write and talk and make sense and make it look decent. But calorie restriction is a faulty idea because the idea of it is that you eat less, you try to exercise more, and then your body's going to lose weight, which it usually does, at least for a period of time. But eventually, your body gets smart because your brain is intelligent. It's not dumb. And so it realizes, you know what? I'm not spending as much energy as I used to. So essentially, I'm not a gas guzzling truck anymore. Now I'm more like a hybrid. So instead of wasting all this energy, I'm just going to get super fuel efficient, and then I don't have to worry about how much energy is coming in. And so what happens to you as the person dieting is you're eating little amounts, you're eating little amounts, you're eating little amounts, and then one day you're like, you know what, screw this is terrible, I want to eat more. So you eat. And your body has gotten so used to the days where you're eating less that when you do decide now it's time to eat a lot, it shocks your body. It's not ready for it. All of a sudden, there's tons and tons of calories. And instead of gaining weight the way you did prior, now you gain weight in massive amounts because your body doesn't use energy like it used to. So now we got a surplus, tons of energy, tons of calories. And that's just a recipe for disaster. Not only that, but it also affects your hormones. When you start to restrict calories, you screw up the hormones, those things that are going to help bring balance in just about all areas of life. So I don't recommend calorie restriction. What I do recommend is things like intermittent fasting. And with intermittent fasting, hold on, let me make sure I spell this right. So with intermittent fasting, you want to make sure that you've got a window where you're not eating. And that might be 8 hours, it might be 12, it might be 18, it might be even longer. I've done fasting for up to 3 days, and I'll be honest with you, it sounds terrible, but once you get past around the 24-hour mark, things get a lot easier because your brain just begins to shut off and it doesn't keep sending you the stimulus that you're hungry all the time. Most of the time, you're not hungry. Most of the time, you're just thirsty, and you mistake thirstiness for hunger. That being said, the human body is designed to go sometimes up to 30 days without food. So this 3-day, 24-hour window, 8-hour window, whatever it is, it's not going to harm you. It's actually going to be a really good thing. It helps to reset your hormones, and it also helps with one specific hormone. And that hormone is insulin, which is why I recommend this. Insulin is the ultimate driver of weight gain because insulin takes sugar and it stuffs sugar into your cells and your tissues. And insulin floats around your bloodstream, okay, all day, every day, as long as you've got sugar inside of your bloodstream, helping that sugar to find its way home to your cells and tissues. Now, as soon as you stop eating sugar, insulin goes away. And you're left with just the ability to burn this fat. So instead of sugar going into the cells and tissues, it actually goes out of the cells and tissues, which is a great thing. But the only way to get to that point where you're purging sugar from your cells is you've got to get rid of all this nasty insulin. So how do you do that? Well, number one, you cut out sugar. Carbs, anything that is going to spike insulin levels is going to be tied into sugar. Anything breaking down into sugar. So it's not just your chocolate candy bars or your soda. It's also the soups, the breads, the salad dressings. Those spike insulin levels as well. But the other thing is to keep your window of eating to a smaller window so that you've got more time in between for your body to get rid of all this sugar and all the carbs that you may have consumed, and then have time to start to purge the sugar from these cells and get rid of it and help you burn fat. That's the true way. It's not about restricting calories or exercising more. It's about bringing better balance to the hormones and getting insulin out of your bloodstream. I hope you guys found this valuable, and I will see you guys on the next one.